सो राजा पेज 137 थोड़े को 9th पॉइंट गिवन है, प्लेस ऑफ एक्रूअल ऑफ सैलरी। ये चीज ਅਸੀਂ राजा पिछले रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस चैप्टर 'ਚ ਵੀ ਲਾਈਨ ਰੀਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ, ਸੈਲਰੀ ਐਕਰੂਜ਼ ਐਟ दैट प्लेस ਵੇਅਰ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਆਰ ਰੈਂਡਰਡ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੈਲਰੀ ਐਕਰੂ ਹੋਊਗੀ ਰਾਜਾ। ਸੋ ਵੈਰੀ ਈਜ਼ੀ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਜਸਟ ਟੂ ਰੀਡ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ if the services are rendered in India the salary accrues in India। simple, services rendered in India then the salary। हाँ जी राजा, एक छोटा सा 2-3 लाइन्स है। if services are rendered in India salary accrues in India and if the services are rendered outside India salary accrues outside India। so but ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਸੁਣੋ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ, ਸਿੰਪਲ। if a person employed in India, person ਕਿੱਥੇ employed ਹੈ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ, after that he goes on a leave, ਛੁੱਟੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਗਿਆ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ, जब when he was in England he got his salary, gets his leave salary there, the salary is said to accrue in India क्योंकि उन्हें सर्विसेज किथे ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਰਾਜਾ, ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ। ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਲੀਵ ਸੈਲਰੀ ਮਿਲੀ ਜਾਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਪੇਮੈਂਟ ਮਿਲੀ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੀ, ਬਟ ਉਹ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ, ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, salary is said to accrue in India and not in England because it is paid for services rendered in India। ठीक है राजा, this is important। now come to on the other hand, if any person is employed in India and transferred to his branch। ਰਾਜਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਦੀ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚ ਵਿੱਚ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫਰ ਕਰਤਾ and then you got your salary, that salary is not an Indian income। ठीक है, क्योंकि ਹੁਣ ਰਾਜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਵੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ। yes or no? बस then your salary will be accrued in England and not in India। am I clear? yes or no? बस इतना ही पॉइंट सी। salary accrues at that place where services are rendered। yes or no? clear राजा? now we'll discuss HRA। HRA is house rent allowance। HRA is house rent allowance। ओके राजा, देखो yesterday we discussed that allowances are in cash normally and perquisites are in kind। if I want to give you money I'll say take HRA, house rent allowance, and you get a house on rent as you want। ठीक है, secondly if some companies give their employers house only, it's not an allowance, it's a perk। we can refer it like a perk or perquisites। okay राजा, ठीक है, when you give a house only to the employer it's a perquisite, and if you give in cash to get a house rented then it's an allowance। okay राजा, so HRA the rules देखो राजा, important thing समझो। house rent allowance first case is, देखो ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ employer ਨੇ ਰਾਜਾ ਕੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ, allowance pay ਕੀਤਾ, and ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀ ਰਾਜਾ, house ਲੈਣਾ ਸੀ rent ਤੇ। yes or no? agree? just come in your chat box। ਹੋਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਸੇ book ਕਿਸੇ notebook ਦੀ ਹਲੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, just understand the concept everyone। house rent allowance, ठीक है, so point is your employer your company paid you an allowance called HRA, house rent allowance। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਾਲ house rent ਤੇ ਲੈਣਾ ਸੀ। this is the basic concept। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਪੈਸੇ ਨੂੰ as a rent pay ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀ and you will stay in a house, rented house। yes or no? house rent allowance was that। ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, company gave you house rent allowance कि राजा ये लो allowance and you take a house on rent and you can live there। बट जिथे ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜੌਬ ਸੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਹੈ, ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ, ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਰਿਲੇਟਿਵ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਹਾਊਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਆ। ਇਜ਼ ਇਟ ਪੋਸੀਬਲ? ਯੈਸ অর नो? you didn't take the house on rent, agree? is it possible? you are getting HRA but you didn't take the house on rent, is it a possible case? yes or no? Simple, yes. Company by which gave you money, allowance, but you did not take the house on rent. This is the concept. Okay. And the other one is who has taken the house on rent. So these are the two cases: employee paying no rent or employee living in rented house. Two cases you will be getting there, yes or no? Everyone. Employee paying no rent and employee living in the rented house. There are two cases. Now, first case, tell me, for first case, what should be the taxability? Company gave you HRA, house rent allowance, to get a house on rent to live, but you are not paying any rent because you have not taken a rented house. Yes or no? ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਲਾਉੈਂਸ ਦਾ ਸਿਰਫ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ, ਬੇਸਿਕ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ, ਪੈਸੇ ਆਏ, ਬਟ ਯੂ ਡਿਡਨਟ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਫॉर ਅ ਹਾਊਸ, ਤਾਂ ਸਿੰਪਲੀ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਸੈਲਰੀ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਈ। ਸੋ ਇਟ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਟੈਕਸੇਬਲ, ਯੈਸ অর নো? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਐਕਸਪੈਂਡੀਚਰ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਯੂ ਡਿਡਨਟ ਸਪੈਂਡ that money, ठीक है? So what will be there? When you are not paying any rent, means you are living in own house or with parents or any other way, with some friend, with some relatives, anywhere, means you are not paying any rent. This case will be clearly taxable, yes or no? Full amount of house rent allowance will be taxable, yes or no? Full HRA, full house rent allowance will be taxable. You are simply getting a money and not spending that, so it's fully taxable. Second case is you are living in a rented house. So there you get an exemption. Exemption कितना मिलती राजा? This was the HRA amount received. You get an exemption under section 1013A. HRA exemption under section 1013A. बोलो, HRA exemption अंडर सेक्शन 1013A, 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 ठीक है? फर्स्ट पॉइंट, एक्चुअल HRA सेम अमाउंट. First point is actual HRA. Second is your rent paid minus 10% of your salary. And third one is 40% or 50% of your salary. 40% or 50% of your salary. Now you'll think, how is it 40 or 50? For metro cities, you'll take 50%. For other cities, you'll take 40%. Okay, Raja? ठीक है? We'll discuss all the details, which all you'll take the metro cities or not. But the rule is exemption under section 1013A. First one is actual HRA. Second is rent paid minus 10% of salary. Third one is 40 or 50% of salary. Now, what is salary? In this HRA case, salary includes basic pay, basic salary, plus DA in terms. Yesterday we discussed DA can be in terms or out of terms, means not in terms. Yes or no? Basic salary plus DA in terms plus commission on turnover. Everyone, yes or no? Everyone, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Clear with the rule? Yes. So first rule we discussed, very easy rule, HRA. House rent allowance, company is, the employer is giving you HRA, house rent allowance, to get a house on rent. First case is you didn't get a house on rent, you are living in your own house with your parents, with your relatives, but you are not paying means any rent. So your full HRA amount will be taxable. But if you are living in a rented house, you get some exemption from the amount. What exemption? That is actual HRA or rent paid minus 10% of salary or 40% of or 50% of salary. What is salary? Basic salary plus DA in terms plus commission on turnover. Now, out of all three, whichever is less. Sign is whichever is lower, yes or no? Out of all three, the least will be the exemption and the balance will be taxable. Am I clear? Any doubt, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Clearly? ठीक है? HRA, house rent allowance, if the employee is not paying any rent, then full HRA is taxable, and if he is living in a rented house, HRA received will be getting some exemption under section 1013A. First is actual, second is rent paid minus 10% of salary, third is 40 or 50% of salary. Now what is salary? Salary includes basic salary plus DA in terms and commission on turnover. Commission आने की कोई भी रजा, commission only on turnover, commission on sales. Turnover means sales. And where we have to apply 40 or 50%? We have just to apply 50% in case of metro cities. Metro cities include Bombay, Calcutta, Madras, and Delhi. Bombay, Calcutta, Madras, and Delhi. Okay, Raja. Bombay can also be called Mumbai. Calcutta can also be called Kolkata. And Madras can also be called Chennai. Delhi will be Delhi. Okay, Raja. In different books, you can get different names. Different questions, you can get different names. So actually, you have to remember 8 names: Bombay, Mumbai, Calcutta, Kolkata. Then this is Madras and Chennai, Delhi, Delhi. Okay, total 7 names actually. So any doubt, Raja? In these, you will apply 50% of salary, else every city you will apply 40%. Okay, Raja? Everyone, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. Now, we'll do one short question first. Let's discuss one, two, three. Okay, let's discuss this question first. ठीक है राजा, these were your rules which we all discussed. These were your metro cities, otherwise it's 40%. So we'll do this question. Mr. Hari is employed at Amritsar on a salary of 30,000 per month. The employer is paying HRA of rupees 8,000 per month, but the actual amount of rent paid by him is 12,000 per month. He is also getting 2% commission on turnover achieved by him, and turnover is rupees 50 lakhs. Calculate his gross salary under the old tax regime. Now, for calculating his salary, his gross salary, we need to prepare a format. So let's start. Likho Raja. For basic rules, you can leave a page. HRA rule. So calculation of gross salary of Mr. Hari. Okay, Raja. And this is illustration 12. So, first point, he is getting a basic salary. He is getting a basic salary of rupees 30,000 per month. So, we have discussed that basic salary is fully taxable. 30,000 per month means 30,000 into 12. That is 3,60,000. Everyone, yes or no? Keep going. Then, one is HRA. For HRA, will come later on. First of all, we'll put other terms. He's also getting 2% commission on turnover, and turnover is 50 lakhs. So his second income is commission on turnover. Commission on turnover achieved by him. He achieved 50 lakhs turnover and commission was 2%. ठीक है राजा, this is not a per annum commission. This is totally on the sales, and sales का 2% you will apply. So what will be the amount? 1 lakh. Yes or no? Commission on turnover 1 lakh. Everyone, yes. Now the third point is HRA, house rent allowance. House rent allowance. received, how much HRA you received, Raja? Tell me. You received HRA of rupees 8,000 per month for the whole year. ठीक है? Means 8,000 into 12, we received 96,000. We'll not put in the column. In the column only, we'll take the taxable amounts. So HRA received was 96,000. Is he paying actual rent? Yes or no? He is paying actual rent. Means he's not living in a. He's not living freely. Means he's paying rent. He will get an exemption under section 10(13)(a). Exempt under section 10(13)(a). A point. First point was actual. Actual amount received is 96,000. Second point is rent paid minus 10% of salary. Rent paid minus 10% of salary. So what is the rent paid by him? Rent paid is 12,000 per month. Rent paid is 12,000 per month. Means it's 1,44,000 everyone. Yes or no? ठीक है राजा. Minus 10% of salary. 10% we know. We don't know the salary yet. What salary? Just wait a second. And C point is 40 or 50%. Is it a metro city? Amritsar. We said Bombay, Calcutta, Chennai, Delhi. No. Means 40% of salary? Yes or no? Do one thing. So 40% of salary. Now what's salary in this case? Tell me. What is salary in case of HRA? What is salary in case of HRA? Everyone. Basic salary plus DA in terms plus commission on turnover. So outside the format, you can say salary for HRA purpose. Basic salary plus commission on turnover and DA in terms. Basic salary is 3,60,000. Commission on turnover is 1 lakh and DA in terms nil. So the salary to be considered is 4,60,000 everyone. Yes or no? 4,60,000. So you will use here. So now we can check the amounts. So this is 1,44,000 minus 46,000. That is 98,000. And the other one, it's 1,84,000. Agree? Everyone, yes or no? So what will be the exemption now out of all these? What's the exemption out of all these? Whichever is lower. Out of all these, whichever is lower. So which is lower, Raja? 96, 98 or 184? Yes, 96,000. So 96,000 minus 96,000 means HRA taxable is nil. So the gross salary taxable is 4,60,000. The question is just till gross salary. Hmm. Anyone, any doubt, Raja? Anyone, any doubt? Because salary, in salary lesson, there are bunch of rules. So you have to keep patience. You have to keep on revising the rules. You have to be clear in each rule. ठीक है? But we'll rejoin the meeting, Raja. Everyone, come back quick.